Bizarre medical conditions that will freak you out. Alice in Wonderland syndrome. Named after Lewis Carroll's famous novel, people with Alice in Wonderland syndrome feel that they are rapidly shrinking or expanding and often believe objects appear smaller or larger than they actually are. Research says that this condition is triggered by brain disorders and accompanied by migraines, which impairs a person's perception of size and distance and makes everything around seem disproportionate. It is believed that Lewis Carroll himself suffered from this condition, which inspired many of the scenes in the book. It has also been connected to being the underlying inspiration for Jonathan Swift's epic novel, Gulliver's Travels. Alien hand syndrome. Imagine you had no control over one of your hands. It would seem as if it had a mind of its own and didn't belong to you. You have alien hand syndrome, and it would prevent you from accomplishing anything, as your alien hand would interfere with the tasks your other hand wants to perform. In certain cases, it would turn aggressive and cause you to slap and hit yourself relentlessly, or even try to choke you. This condition is triggered by a stroke or neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. It is also known as Dr. Strangelove syndrome after the 1964 Stanley Kubrick dark comedy starring Peter Sellers as Dr. Strangelove, a mad Nazi scientist who loses control over his hand in a lab accident. Auto-Brewery syndrome. What if you could get drunk without consuming a single drop of alcohol? If you have Auto-Brewery syndrome, you can. As the name suggests, it is a condition where your belly becomes your own personal brewery, producing and delivering alcohol to your bloodstream spontaneously. If you have yeast deposits in the gut, the carbs that you eat get fermented into ethanol, triggering symptoms of intoxication, such as dizziness, disorientation, slurred speech, and exhibiting drunken behavior, followed by a jarring hangover the next morning. Sounds like a party for those who want to get hammered without ever paying for it, doesn't it? As fun as it sounds, you cannot control when this happens. There is no on-off button, and it can cause a lot of physical and mental distress to those who suffer from it. Congenital insensitivity to pain. Imagine if someone punched you in the face and you wouldn't feel a thing. You could walk through fire, get bitten by a snake, or kicked in the chest by Bruce Lee, and you wouldn't even flinch. These Superman-worthy traits, as awesome as they sound, are caused by a genetic mutation that increases the production of endorphins in the brain, which makes you insensitive to pain. Unfortunately, congenital insensitivity to pain does not make you invulnerable. Quite the contrary. Feeling pain is vital for survival, and since you wouldn't realize if you broke a rib or burnt your hand, repeated injuries could reduce your lifespan drastically. Foreign accent syndrome. Imagine you were born on a ranch in Texas and have a strong Southern American accent. One day, you fall off your horse, land on your head, and pass out. When you regain consciousness and start speaking, you realize that you've suddenly developed a French accent. You are now suffering from foreign accent syndrome. As outlandish as this sounds, there have been many cases of traumatic brain injuries causing accent changes, including Japanese to Korean, French to British English, Spanish to Hungarian, and many more.